you may begin.
A lot of times I'm driving, there's nothing to do, and I shuffle through the radio before I unglue. There's a lot of red on ways, it's traffic, I'm screwed, and I'm wired a bit different than a regular dude. It's not a bad thing, I embrace it, it's true. The radio don't stimulate brain chemistry fluid. The Buddha found nirvana and the Four Noble Truths. Through a meditative process, right action he proved. For me, I require the use of a tool, a detector, pin, pointer, shovel, and beach scoop. I'm meant to work the dirt with my history crew, but everywhere I look, my interest taboo. Most people choose Bieber over Tippy Canoe. What does a detectorist listen to when the radio is full of bad music and news? I need an alternative for me to peruse. Beyond Sight and Sound gets fantastic reviews. A metal detecting show where my thought bubble brews.
Are you looking for a high-quality beach and sand scoop? Are you trying to take your hunting to the extreme? How about an American-based company that stands behind their product and everything they sell? Then check out our friends over at XTREME Scoops. John has been making scoops for some time now and makes a quality beach and sand scoop to take your hunting to the next level. XTREME Scoops recently released their new sand shredder that works great in the water and on the beach. And if you're a new Equinox user, you may want to check out his Surfmaster X3 that can trap those small targets you new Equinox users are finding out there. XTREME Scoop's company approach is let's do it right. So do it right, buy it once, and go to the extreme. XTREMEScoops.com. That's XTREME scoops.com.
Hey boys and girls, we are going to talk about S&W shooters and prospectors. What is S&W shooters and prospectors?
We at S&W Shooters and Prospectors help people find treasure.
Did you say treasure?
Yes, treasure. Just listen to this amazing review from our happy customer, Jackie Sparrow.
Chocolate ship shape and a pleasure to deal with. I was able to buy everything that I needed at prices that were shillings less than others. I found my 9 pieces of 8 in no time. Savvy?
I know you're asking yourself, why should I shop at S&W Shooter and Prospectors?
Chuck Smalley has over 45 years of metal detecting experience. He works with each customer one-on-one to customize their setup to match their skill level.
So if you always dreamt of being a pirate, contact Chuck at S&W Shooters and Prospectors and he'll take a great deal for you.
Eye patch and rum not included.
Caution. Please do not operate motor vehicles or power equipment while under the influence of this show. Listening to this show could cause side effects such as bouts of laughter, violent binges of cabin fever, and even dreams of silver and gold. Please be advised. Now that the fine print is out of the way, on with the show. All right. We're back. We're live. I think. I don't know. I'm not feeling real live, but we're back anyway. I'll put it that way. We're back. We're live once again. You are listening to Beyond Sight and Sound, metal detecting and treasure hunting radio for all the really cool digging people out there. And I see a lot of cool digging people in the chat. Let's see, Phil's in the bills. We've got some mics. We've got Mark, Barb, Janet, Tam. Nice postmark. We've got Chuck in. Frank is in the house. The candy corn man himself. Welcome aboard. Always good to see Frank. Definitely. Dawn. Been a while. welcome aboard. So, I think, obviously, welcome to everyone that's dropped in. Limited drop on the link tonight. Got to it kind of late. Was kind of wrestling around deciding if we were live or not. It's been a rough few days since the 20th anniversary episode. And I'm paying for it. I'm beat, I'm bruised, I'm sore. Muscle cramps are killing me. But, hey, the show must go on. So, one thing I had neglected to mention and meant to mention, we'll start off there, is that on Wednesday's show, our 20th anniversary tribute show, we had congratulated our winners, and we had made our announcements at the end of the show about more of the 20th anniversary copper rounds to be given away, just not here. And I had meant to mention for everyone to give Tam a big thanks in the chat, because the Gold Nugget contest, the 20th anniversary round, that's how these contests have been able to be done, because I've dropped my chat and just left her get the names and randomly select the winner and all of that. So I'm sure it's kind of pulled her away from other things that she may have much rather have been doing at that point. But that's how those last contests have been possible to pull off. And then the nice graphic that we post after the show announcing the winners or winner and thanking them for participating, congratulating them on their win. So wanted to make sure and mention that this time. That way I don't forget and get it all taken care of there. Because I'm sure it's not real easy sometimes the way everybody gets rolling in the chat. But that's all right. That's all right. So, let me see here. Check the chat real quick one more time. Oh, we've got Chucks in the chat too. We've got Chucks and Bills and Mikes and Bortners and all sorts of stuff going on. A lot of things happening. That's funny. So now Tam gets the blame for not pulling someone's name. Either way. Now then. Links in the description. First and foremost, our friends over at Shooters and Prospectors, Chuck Smalley, the man with the plan, the dealer of choice, the dealer we promote, and the dealer that is, since the Alaska trip, I'm telling you, if you folks are looking for something, you may want to be getting a hold of him, because he's been staying pretty busy. And that's good. That's a good thing. We like to see that. We love to see that. And he's just a great guy to deal with, good friend. Our friends over at DETECTEES.com, TheRingFinders, Nokta Makro website, Mini Horde commercial, Terry Shannon website, There's also Ohio Metal Detecting, Crazy Spider Adventures, Detect That Outdoors, All Metal Militia, and Metal Detecting NYC, all on YouTube. Illinois, Iowa Treasure Hunters, the Relic Hunters, Metal Detecting Central Illinois, Metal Detecting Beyond Sight and Sound, all on Facebook. A lot of good Facebook groups out there, including Detect America, Electrolysis Bootcamp videos that will get you to the videos or to their group. Now we've got Mikes and Bills and Marks and Chucks and wow. A lot of people. Oh. So, interesting. Chuck must be having internet issues. Sounds like he lost his audio. Welcome to Lauren and Carolyn. And we've got more than two. We've got multiple mics. How do we keep track of all of them? Welcome to Rich. Rich was our winner from Wednesday's show, which I know I had mentioned it may not be until late this coming week that I would be able to get the prize mailed out, but I should be able to get it out hopefully a little earlier than that. Rich's prize is packaged. It's ready to ship. We had a limited number of these rounds to give away. And one was given away, obviously, Wednesday. Rich had won it. And there were also other chances to win. You'll be able to win one on Metal Detecting Central Illinois at some point in the future. So you'll want to make sure and check out their group. Mike does a great job with the contests over there. There was one available over on Can You Dig It with Shelly and Dawn. That prize was awarded Thursday. It is also ready to ship. And it pays to stay tuned and follow the shows. I believe Thursday, actually, Janet's name was selected for that, but she must have been away from her computer at that point from the show. And Howard Picard subsequently got the win for that one. So his is ready to ship. There is a third that is ready to ship that is, we'll say that one's kind of a bit of a surprise. Who knows how that will turn up or turn out? We'll have to see. And the other one is actually being given away tomorrow night on Detect America Live with Frank, Steve, and Ronnie. Now, like I said before, the respective parties do not have these rounds in their possession. They're all sitting right here because I figured why bother shipping it to them and then having them pay to ship it to someone else. I'll just ship directly. So we've got 3 packaged and ready to ship, and we'll hold off on shipping them until probably midweek to give Frank and the gang a chance to give theirs away on Detect America tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern, in the Detect America Facebook group. You're going to want to be there because I'm telling you, these pictures don't do it justice. they will be shipped in an airtight, so you'll get a nice copper round for display, for your collection, however you would like to display it. And that's our way of saying thanks to the respective parties for their support and their camaraderie, and a way to say thanks for all that those that have served or do serve here on Beyond Sight and Sound. That's how the first one was given away. I don't think there's been any. I don't believe Shelley and Dawn put any particular stipulations on the one that they awarded, which is fine. And I don't believe that Frank or Mike have either, which is also fine. Very cool prize, very cool coin, and you guys, those people that win these, I think they're really going to appreciate them. And all that was done is that they were donated to the respective areas by the show, and the only instructions that they have had is just, hey, give it away however you'd like, get the winner's shipping information to me, and we'll get that packaged and get it in the mail to them. May even be able to provide the respective parties with tracking number if they so choose. And it'll be a good time. It'll be a good time. Also, Bill Hayes has received his Morgan Silver Dollar from the last Dig Your Plug board. A little bit of a delay in that. Obviously, Mike was not feeling real well. But that was courtesy of Mike Laquamet, Metal Detecting Central Illinois, which the next board, I believe, is the board that we were speaking of, where everyone is a winner. It may be just small prizes, but hey, everybody likes to get a little something, right? So we do have that in the works. We also have the Goldfield Dig Your Plug coming up too, at some point in the future. Who knows when? Could be. There's Kevin. Welcome aboard. Who knows when? It may be. I don't know. It may be at the end of the year. It may be after the beginning of the year. And somewhere in that time frame, between now and then, we've also got an ugly box to be giving away, courtesy of Frank and Detect America. A very cool prize for whoever wins that, because they're just awesome. Definitely. And like I've said before, it doesn't matter, given the proper information, you can build your own electrolysis unit. You don't necessarily have to use an ugly box. Just make sure you're doing it properly. I advocate and support the ugly box because it's a great product. It works awesome. And we may push that back to the end of the month, maybe sometime next month, but either way, somewhere between now and the end of the year, we'll probably be doing another show about cleaning and things of that nature. So we've got that going on too, and obviously for those that have been watching, Frank is all packed and ready to go on a adventure. Maybe you'll hear a little something. Little teaser, little tidbit, breadcrumb tomorrow night. You'll just have to tune in and find out. Either way, we definitely wish him all the best and much success with it. So we'll see how all that goes. So, like I said, tonight is nice. They're all getting into the ugly. Yes, the Ugly Book is an excellent companion to the Ugly Box, and it won't take up much space on your reference shelf either. And I probably should have mentioned that. And you can get these. You know, Chuck's got them all, got it in a nice little bundle. You get your box, the book, the reboot. I'm probably going to have to be getting my hands on a reboot myself, actually. But you can get them from Chuck. You can get them from Ronnie. Good stuff. Good stuff. And they do. The scientific, the fundamental principles of electrolysis, they've been around for 3,500 years. The principles of it are still the same, pretty much. I mean, we've had changes in technology that downsize equipment and things of that nature, and they do a better job now. But they're still, it is a great tool to have in your arsenal for conservation and preservation. So we do have one of those to give away at some point here in the near future. Big thanks to Frank for that. Definitely. And yes, you're right, Mike. It's great even if you have your own electrolysis unit already. I've built many in the past. But I prefer the Ugly Box. Talking about Frank and his candy corn. And I keep forgetting, I mean to acquire some more items for another care package to go out east, but it keeps slipping my mind here lately, and I'm going to have to rectify that. I'm going to have to fix that. Got to keep Frank and candy corn. Oh. And Chuck. Since our last show, Chuck had posted a very good post up in the Metal Detecting Beyond Sight and Sound Facebook group. Check that out. A memorial to the 343. Welcome to Fred. Very cool post. Excellent photos. And thanks to Chuck for sharing that. Other than that, tonight is just open lines. It's liable to be a short run, too, because I'm not... the chair's just not agreeing with me right now. Let's see. There was one other thing, too. Don't forget, you can catch Shelly and Dawn over on Can You Dig It? Thursdays at 7:30 p.m. Eastern over on Detect America. And all the prizes now from the last board of Dig Your Plug have been shipped and received, except for the Indian head penny necklace that was donated by Barb. Which she is just waiting for Dawn to get in contact with her about that as far as the length. And I do believe that Dawn is waiting to do that until they get back from their trip, or they may be back by the time that we're live now. I'm not real sure. How is it going, Chuck? Well, I wonder what happened there, because I could have swore that Chuck had called in. Looks like he did. I'd swear he was there. Well, we'll see what happens. Maybe he'll call back. If not, I'll pull him in if I see he's trying to call back. Not sure what happened there. I know I had him. I'm just not real sure where he went. It looks like everything's fine on this end. I guess he can try to call back or throw something in the chat if he's having issues, and I will try to get him in. Let's see here. We'll try this again. Maybe if I'm a little quicker on the draw. Oh, we've got Frank on with us now.
I only called because Shannon Bartner told me to call in and say something.
Oh, so what are you calling in to say there, Frank?
Hi, how you doing? That's all. Basically calling in to say hi. And, I'm keeping the lines warmed up for when Chuck gets his audio back on.
Well, he's in here too, actually. I think.
Yeah, I just got through.
I just wanted to say I'm getting pounded with people asking me what's going on, where I'm going. Tomorrow night I'll give some of the details. Josh knows my hands are kind of tied in what I can say, what I can't say. But
that's right. That's why Josh doesn't know anything.
Tomorrow night.
That way I don't get pounded with messages. They can gouge my eyes out. I know nothing.
It's going to be fun. It was a last minute thing. I was wrangled into this literally about less than 10 days ago, and it's happening quick. But it'll be fun, and I'll reveal as much as I can tomorrow, and we'll talk about it in the future, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And you all will discover what it is in the future, I'm sure. Just a little hint there.
Right. Yes. It's going to be interesting, and it'll be interesting to see how many people pick up on the breadcrumbs tomorrow night.
I mean, you'll know once you understand what's going on. You'll understand why they got me and the other guys that are involved in this. It'll make a lot of sense to you.
Right.
But it's we're psyched. I'm like, my truck's been packed for 2 days. I'm ready to go. I'm pulling out tomorrow morning.
Yeah. Eventually, all will become clear.
Yeah,
They
exactly.
just have to be patient. Well, it's a good thing that you're well stocked on ugly boxes and such, so that you can partake in this little adventure.
Oh yeah. We've been. Ronnie complained and told me to start storing them here for Christmas because I think he's running out of room. But we're building up the stock as fast as we can because as Christmas comes and people start picking up ugly boxes, we're going to be in the throes of Aquatech. We're going to be building headphones like they're going out of style too. So I'm trying to get a nice buffer of ugly boxes built before we have to switch the laboratory here over to Aquatech headphones.
Right. That's going to be interesting as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Every time I think about what I have to do this year, I tell myself how interesting it is.
Hey, it's been an interesting year, and I'm sure that
it has, for sure.
When the Aquatex become available, I'm sure that Chuck probably plans on carrying these as well.
Yes, that's a done deal.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm excited. Like I said, the only thing I'm not excited about is being stuck in this barn for 10 days a week and building them.
Right, exactly.
We're acquiring a little bit of help, so it'll be fun. It's going to be fun.
Well, hopefully that goes well, and you, because it's hard to get the right kind of help to keep the quality of production up to par.
Well, you know what? And that was a big thing, and a couple of people that are helping us out are people that I truly trust, and you know they're going to be building components. So no, we're not throwing ugly box on them and have them construct the whole thing. They're building components that ultimately will make it easier to assemble them here. And again,
Right.
these are people that we all know.
Peace
Whether or not they want me to talk about it or not, we all know. I trust them implicitly, and we're all going to do a good job on it.
Well, obviously you do if they're entrusting this task to them.
Yeah, for sure. I don't even give it a second thought. They're awesome people.
Nice. And you're still well stocked on ugly boxes and reboots and the books and everything, Chuck?
Yes. Now I've got to place a Christmas order, and been in talks with Ronnie on some things, on some other stuff coming through, and I'll have them too.
Nice. Good deal.
Which I'm not supposed to talk about, so I'm not talking about it.
There's a lot. There is a
Shut up,
lot.
Frank. Don't get me in trouble, Frank.
There is a lot that we're all talking about, but we're not.
That's right.
You know, it's a very secretive time.
Yes, it is.
I've been told just not to say nothing, so that's where it's going to stay.
You know, that's been going around. It's a tricky bug. We've all been told a lot of things that we can't say anything about.
I know. I know. And me, you know me when it comes to talking, I'm chomping at the bit to say stuff about everything.
Just eat your candy corn and be quiet.
That's probably what he's doing.
Because
I'll
get blamed if it comes out on Josh's show, so I don't want to be blamed.
No, I won't say nothing. I'm not saying nothing.
Right. Disclaimer, I got nothing in this.
There you go.
But it's going to be, listen, the next few months is going to be very interesting time all around the hobby, I think.
Yes.
Absolutely. It will be very.
It's good. It's time. We know it. We had the COVID. The hobby expanded during COVID. Where we're riding the lightning of everything that was happening in the past year and a half, and now we're ready. We're ready for a couple of big bolts of lightning coming out here.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just ready to try and get out and dig again, but the ground is dry here. It's powder dry.
Same here.
Not here. I tell you what, we had probably one of our hottest and one of our rainiest summers in a long time.
Well,
yeah.
we were definitely getting the rain early in the year, but now it's just the heat.
Yeah,
hot and dry.
We got a break. We got a break from the heat. The heat's not bad here. It's just that it's been so humid. We've had off and on rain. The mosquitoes will carry your butt away.
Yeah, exactly. They should start putting tail numbers on them things.
It's crazy. The mosquitoes and the spiders are out early, and they're everywhere. I come into the shop in the morning with a broom because I have to clear a path.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I saw one the other night that I swear to God it had this crazy look in its eye, and I'm pretty sure it was holding a fork and fixing to eat me.
I started naming them. They're like pets now. Well, listen, I just want to call in, say hello, and tell everybody that, I apologize for being as secretive as I've been. It was not my intention to be secretive,
must be
but
done.
I have been I have been told I have a big mouth and I'm not allowed to say things. So tomorrow night, I will reveal bits and pieces, and that's about it. We have a good topic tomorrow night, Josh. We're talking about fudge.
Oh, that's right, vanilla fudge.
Vanilla fudge. So those of you, my buddies from the from the 60s and early 70s, might get a hint of what we're talking about.
Right. Exactly. And apparently,
not
from
acid.
what I...
acid, nothing like that.
It's not a psychedelic music band.
No. Well, let's not jump ahead of ourselves now.
There was a rock band of vanilla fudge.
Steve had a rendezvous with a young man who plays guitar. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. And like I said, the only hint I'm giving is fudge. So, like I said, we're not always metal detecting. And if Steve had his way, we'd probably never be metal detecting. So, so Steve had an interesting encounter this weekend.
Nice. And from the way it sounds in the chat, you'll be giving away a copper round.
I will be I'm going to give away the copper round that you donated. It's awesome. I looked at the pictures. I had to look that thing up. What a cool round that is. And we're going to be broadcasting tomorrow night. I am going to be held up in my bunker somewhere in northeastern United States. That's all I'll say.
Right. A top secret confidential hush-hush location.
Yes. Yes.
Nice.
Before I get in trouble, yes.
Yes. Well, we definitely wish you the best of luck with the adventure and much success.
No, thank you. I literally have just about every piece of tech I own stuffed into the back of my truck. Because this was such short notice, I have a ballpark idea of what we're tackling and the type of ground we're tackling. So without super details, I kind of got to bring everything. So I'm bringing it.
Yeah. They don't give you a whole lot of information sometimes.
No, and this whole thing is on a sped up schedule for whatever reason. So.
Right. I think they kind of like it that way, though. They like to kind of keep you in the dark as much as possible to lessen the chance of something slipping.
Yeah, for sure. And it's nice to do the surprise thing. It makes for a good show. I could never, unless there wasn't a contract under it, I'd never be able to keep the secret. I'd be telling everybody, but I'm doing my best.
Right. Well, there's another little breadcrumb. Well,
yeah, exactly.
I guess we'll all have to make sure and tune in to Detect America tomorrow night.
Yes, I will spill a couple beans.
And maybe a few pieces of candy corn.
No, I don't ever spill them.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah. I count those. I know how many. If I go in the house and there's one missing, there's trouble.
Right. Mice beware.
I'm down to about 10 or 11 pounds, so I gotta be frugal with it.
Uh-oh. Yeah, got to start, rationing that.
Oh, trust me, I'm trying to find out who sells Brock's turkey dinner candy corn. I am obsessed with getting it now.
Nice. Well, you never know. You have to see what happens. It is that time of year. Maybe it'll show up somewhere.
Yeah, well, listen, I'll travel for it, Josh.
Hey, that's right. Not a problem there either.
See, I spilled the beans. That's what I'm doing. I'm going up looking for turkey dinner candy corn.
I'm in the search for candy corn.
All right, buddy, you take over your show because I'm not going to be accused of taking over your show again. You got Chuck Woods in the wings. Thanks a lot for having me on, guys, and I'll talk to y'all tomorrow night.
Hey, you too.
Yeah, Frank.
Nice hearing from you, Frank.
We'll try and listen in tomorrow night.
Thanks, buddy.
All right. Take care.
And we've got Fred on with us too, I do believe.
Yes, Josh. How you doing? Hi, Chuck. And
hey,
hello, Frank.
Fred, how you doing?
As he fades into the distance. Hey, I think it's pretty bad that you sold the guy an Equinox and he only found 5 coins with it. I think that was pretty bad. That's really lousy of you to
I know
make that kind of low performance.
He sent me that message. He hunted all day, only got 5 coins, and I'm like, what's he doing wrong? And then he said, "Here."
I think I'd be pretty happy with that day. Yeah.
He was very happy.
Yeah, that was an excellent day.
He pulled my chain very well. Trust me.
Well, what do you have? He had a silver dollar and like 4 other coins, right? A couple Indians.
Yeah, looked like a Morgan, a Barber quarter. Might have been an Indian in there. I know there was an Indian in there because Barb made the comment.
There were 2 Indians and a 1905 Canadian 5-cent piece.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that's
Canadian
right.
The
silver nickel. Yeah.
That's a pretty decent day, really, especially if you got a new detector. But I just figured I'd call in and tell you, Josh, how Sue's pretty much recovered from the COVID she got.
Good. I was going to ask you that.
I called in that one Wednesday when we were having that major storm here in New Jersey.
Yeah.
That was dumping like torrential rain down on us. It was unbelievable. I mean, we had a lot of problems here in Jersey, tornadoes and
you had a terrible
flooding. Yeah, it was a big mess, But we're lucky where we are. We're up high, and we didn't have any real problems with that.
Good.
But, that same day when I called into the show, I was at the hospital with Sue. She was getting that monoclonal infusion that they give people over 65. So that really helped her recover because, we both are vaccinated, and she got one of those breakthrough infections. And she had fairly mild symptoms, mostly headaches and a little bit of muscle pain and fatigue. But she got over that pretty rapidly.
Good.
So she's, she's out of quarantine now and stuff. So, I just wanted to let anybody know out there that if you're vaccinated and you do get the COVID again, and you get, that treatment right away, you're in good shape. I mean, it's nice that they have those things to help people. But,
Absolutely.
I don't know why anybody, the whole vaccine thing is like controversial and everything, but I don't know, when you're dealing with something like that, I think it's in your best interest to get it, but some people are afraid of
some
that
people
stuff.
are going to fight it tooth and nail, but and to each their own. We all have to do what we feel that we should. Myself, I'm going to get the vaccine. I just have to wait to get it.
Yeah, well, with your immune system and everything, I'm sure it's a delicate proposition, But
it's
that's something that you got to take under advice of your doctors.
It's going to cause me to delay treatment.
I turned the door for you. Come in.
Yeah. So, what was Frank's big secret that he was talking about? I didn't get to hear what that was.
It's secret. He didn't say anything. That's the thing of a secret. He's going to drop a little tidbit tomorrow too. But so you didn't really miss anything. We've talked about a lot that we can't talk about. So we said a lot about nothing.
Okay.
So is it could do? Is this, and then some other things
doesn't have to do with. Yeah. I mean, it just doesn't have to do with a new detector coming out or anything, right? That's not what it's about. Everybody's always kind of secretive when that's going on.
I can't say anything. I know nothing.
Oh, you sound like Sergeant Schultz. I see nothing.
There you go. Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, so, at this point, it's best not, because nobody wants to be in any trouble with anybody.
Yeah, well, when there's non-disclosure packs and all these things, Chuck has to deal with that when he goes to Mine Lab and sees all those things, and he can't talk about them for months. And it's got to be tough. It's great to see that stuff, the new detector. So, by the way, how did that new detector work up in Alaska? Did you find your nugget with that?
I did find some smaller pieces with it, and it performed very well. When I was able to get out more with it, I tell you what, I think that the guys on the East Coast are going to love that because it will be the depth is phenomenal. And
Okay.
And on relics and hot soil, I think it's going to be absolutely killer.
Yeah, I think the Relic
they're gonna be
hunters
using
will
that
put it
at-
to very good application.
Yeah, let's
Yes.
see that DIV then. So
Oh, yeah.
that'll be a
Yeah.
perfect test for it down there, because those relics are probably
Yes.
getting deeper and deeper now down there. You know, they keep
Well,
hunting the same properties.
the thing about it was, in the gold fields where I was using it, you got to remember there was so much activity, so much built, tore down, changed all the time, and the nails and lead and copper. My God, I dig a couple times. I dug like a 22 cal bullet without even thinking, well over a foot and a half.
Wow.
And it banged it. And I get a little piece of nugget here. I had a couple little ones, and then I used it further up in Fairbanks and got into a spot with it. Did pretty well. And but I will say one thing: in the heavily trashed areas that were worked with, that and other PIs, that Equinox shined.
Right.
Oh, really? Yeah.
The Equinox found
Chuck's.
Chuck's. The Equinox found Chuck's 2-ounce nugget. The Equinox found that big horse choker of a nugget.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. I was going to ask you what you were using when you found that mega nugget there. So you were using the Equinox.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah.
Separating it from the garbage, right?
Oh, yeah. It really did a phenomenal job in that area. Now, that particular area, it has quite the mixture of mineralization down to a medium mineralization, where that made that Equinox really shine in that trash. And a lot of nuggets came up out of trash that the PIs, they'd hit them, but the thing about it was there's so much else around it, you dug everything. And
hard to isolate.
Yes. Where that little Equinox was killing it.
Well, that's great. That's great.
I think that week, I think
promo for
24 or 5 nuggets came up with an Equinox in different hands, but others came up with other detectors. It's just then that 7.2 ouncer came up with an Equinox.
24 or 25 came up in different hands, and those were varying sizes as well, from that huge 7+ ounce nugget down to sub-gram.
Sub-gram.
Well, that sounds like you had a very successful trip, and
yes, it was. It was a memorable trip. I mean, that I've had some great trips up there, and that ranks right in the top 5. I mean, literally.
Well, that's good.
And the 7.2 ounce is the biggest that I have seen recovered. Now, the biggest I've ever recovered was like 3.1, and then that monster came up, and that was amazing to get to see, because each ounce you go up, the rarer they are.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I imagine. Yeah, well, that's, I have seen on Facebook, I've seen down in Australia, some guys getting like these huge nuggets down there, but I don't know if it's just because it's Australia, but it's like 20 ounces.
Yes, they get some dandies down there, but some of that MyLab technology over the years has really found just phenomenal,
absolutely stellar items. I mean, and every time you see a new PI unit come out or a new gold machine come out, you right away, almost instantly, you start seeing posts of very, very nice finds coming out of Australia.
Yeah. I guess they have a lot of, a lot of big nuggets at fairly shallow depths or something. I don't know, just because of the geology of the area or something.
Well, they're not necessarily shallow.
I watched the video a month ago. Some guys in Australia recover one that was like 2 kilos. That's 2 huge. Kilos, not ounces, kilos. And
a kilo is 2 pounds, isn't it, or something?
2.2 pounds.
Yeah, so that's over 4.5 pounds of gold.
Yeah.
Wow, that's impressive.
That's just amazing stuff. I mean, those are the type of things that change
dreams are
fortunes
made
for
of.
people. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I would like to just go to Alaska and just poke around. You know, it looks like the last, spot in the cold country that's just primordial and undeveloped, in a lot of respects. So I'd like to see that, but what you were doing, that makes it extra special, It's
that particular area, and you're on the edge you're on the frontier, you're unbelievable spot to get to go detect in. It's just amazing, and it's a lot of fun. I've been there many, many times all over that state. I've been very fortunate to be able to travel it. And every time I go somewhere different, I come into something maybe a little better or a little different. And, it's fun. And we're going to we've got an expedition being built for next year. And I do have a couple spots left, and we're going to take 20 with us.
And it's filling up quick.
Yeah, we're up around.
I don't know. I don't know if I could pass that one over the wife. She wants to take a cruise up there. That would be a whole different thing, but that would even be nice, I guess. In a certain respect.
Oh, that's beautiful.
To see.
I mean,
you've done that before.
Whatever experience you go after up there, Fred.
Yeah, it will be memorable.
All good. It's all good.
If I signed up on your crew and went up there for whatever, I'd probably come home and have divorce papers, But it'd be nice to include my wife in the excursion,
Wives go up there. They keep the wives busy too. Yes, they do.
Yeah, I guess there's a lot of stuff to do up there for everybody.
There's a lot of stuff to do, and that's a good thing. So, but So you guys out in the Midwest there, you're having a real dry summer this summer. I just backed up what Frank said. It's wet here. Yeah, wet. John came over. Now up in his area, they've had more rain than we have, and he came down the other day. We went out detecting, and I mean, literally, it's bone dry, a complete shovel plus length before you see any dampness. And
that makes it tough.
We found some stuff, but nothing spectacular, nothing really old. We had a great day out hunting, and it was extremely warm. I mean, today was 92.
Oh boy, it was warm down here today, but I didn't get to do any detecting. I actually went to a car show locally, and it was hot.
We like old cars
hot out
too.
there. I got I got a '67 Volkswagen I bring to shows, and
very cool.
It's a fun thing, but it's hard to balance all your different little hobbies, But I get out detecting what I can, but I feel for you if it's dry like that, because that definitely affects your metal detecting. You're not going to get down as deep, and it's harder to dig. That makes it nasty. So.
Well, I took John over to a fresh picked potato field. We could get into that field, and
there you
go. The wind was up a little bit. The dust was flying. We didn't stay out there too long, but then we went to another. We tried several spots. He scored some on an old country club type restaurant used to sit, and he worked in there for a while, and he got some stuff out of that. But that's right here in my locale. And then tones dropped, and I had to leave, so I left John with friends of mine. Went back and picked him up about an hour later, and he found a handful of stuff, and he was fine in there. And then we checked other areas, but we had a good day.
Yeah, I mean, if you're any day you're out there swinging with your friends, I mean, that's a good day. So it doesn't matter if you find the super finds. It's just a lot of it has to do with the sharing it with your friends. I mostly detect by myself. I don't have any detecting buddies that I go out with, but so I go out in the woods a lot. I like the woods, but you find some really old stuff out there in this area. But we don't have a lot of big fields. I would love to do those fields like they do I don't know, down in South Jersey, they have more fields. There's more farming down there. So I think Frank and his buddies, they get to go in these old fields that have colonial stuff in them, and that's a cool way to find it, Just, because the woods can be a little tiresome at time, between going up and down and around and through. And but I love it. I love that. To me, that's like a wonderful day out in the metal detecting. So if I find something, I find a musket ball, or
it is.
I find the
quiet
really
time,
nice,
and you go out and relax.
It's a great hobby for that. It gives you exercise, and I've always felt that it'd be a perfect thing for veterans that have the PTSD or something, just to go out there and get their mind off everything. I don't know if that's
it is.
Yeah, I imagine it would be. I imagine. Seems to me like you could do good therapy with that.
There are a lot of veterans that use that as therapy for their PTSD.
Yeah, I mean, you get your mind off everything, and you're just concentrating on the sounds and what you're doing. And I mean, there's nothing. It's just, you're not going to be thinking about the things that are causing you stress from the PTSD. But
absolutely.
So. Yeah, I just thought I'd call in and give you an update on Sue with the COVID, because I called in that day, and I have to say I'm very pleased with the way she recovered, and I never got it.
Good.
I was tested.
Well, we're definitely happy to hear that.
Yeah. Can I ask you one question? You guys got vaccinated. Which brand did you get? Pfizer, Johnson & Johnson?
No, we got the Moderna. We got the Moderna. Yeah. They recently came out with a test. You probably saw that. They were saying the Moderna gives you a better protection over the long run than the other two. But I don't know. They're all good. I think they just found that. I think it's because you get a longer interval between the two shots, so it allows your body's system to acclimate better to it. But that's what I read anyway. But
and that's what I got with Moderna.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, some people get the one-shot one. I don't know if that's Pfizer. They give you one shot. But my wife had an adverse reaction to the second shot. She was, in bed, chills. And, she got a pretty heavy reaction to that. So I don't know if that has anything to do with her getting the breakthrough. It's just the way everybody's body is different,
Right.
So, but she's doing fine now. So I just figured I'd give anybody that's super concerned about it, a little bit of personal experience about it. Anyway, I watched her recover, and
well, that is excellent news.
That infusion they give you is a very helpful thing. I think Trump got that when he got the COVID. He was one of the first people that got it. Yeah. Yeah, it's like antibody infusion or something. But
I just read a little bit on that stuff that he was touting to take there. What is it?
The one hydrochloroquine or whatever.
Hydrochloroquine.
They're actually now they're doing
hydroxychloroquine.
Yeah, they're saying it works. They're actually saying it works.
There was so much controversy. Everybody was saying he was a nutcase for promoting that, but now there's people taking this horse worm thing or something, ivermectin or something, but they make a product of that's for human consumption. I don't know if you heard about that. People have been taking. Some people have said that, like some. I can't think of the guy's name.
Well,
but
and there are a lot of medications out there that you'll find whether you go to your family doctor or your family vet. It's the same medication. Yeah.
I think it's just obviously if you gave a horse an injection of it, they would have a bigger dose. You wouldn't want to take a horse dose.
A lot bigger. Huge.
2,000-pound animal versus a person that might be 200 pounds.
Right.
Might be 10 times the strength of what you need. But people do stupid stuff. Trump mentioned one time about injecting bleach or something. Like, as he just said it facetiously, and they come up with saying, Trump's saying you got to remember that.
Right.
They said Trump's saying you should inject bleach. Give me a break. They'll latch on to anything they could with that guy to make it negative. But Yeah. I'll tell you, I miss the guy. That's all I can say. I miss him being in the driver's seat. So that's all I'm going to say about politics.
You know what? There was never a dull moment, but I'll tell you what, he made some pretty good decisions for this country. Yes, he did. Yeah. And then you put those two that we got in there right now in charge, and it's like, what the hell?
Yeah, well, you could say there's never a dull moment now. It's just
right.
Complete opposite end of the spectrum.
Yeah, go to the gas pump and fill up and think about it for a minute.
Yeah. When it was like down $2 or something when Trump was in there, now it's getting close to $5 in some places. It's crazy, and all the other things. But
and it's going I'm not going to get into a whole rise, political rant.
No, but we don't need that. But the thing is
right.
Just, go get the shot. And if you don't want to get the shot, I don't think government has the right to make you.
No, I don't think they have it right either.
No, but.
Yep. Yeah. No, it's,
I recommend getting it.
Yep. I recommend getting it. If you're a healthy person that doesn't have, Josh has to be very careful, but a normal person that doesn't have, underlying immunological things or something, I would definitely recommend getting it. So, it's like everything else. It's controversial.
The other thing for Josh, if you give him a hammer and a step stool, he hurts himself.
I don't even need that much. My bruises have bruises right now.
Well, I see you got a new bathroom installed, Josh. That looked pretty good.
Yeah, that looked good.
Yeah, you're doing some nice improvements in your house there.
That did turn out very nice.
I've been watching the posts on the developments of bathroom and other things you're doing. So it sounds like you're doing a lot of home improvement stuff, which is great. So it makes it a nicer place to be. But
they're putting it in so he can handle it all. That's good.
Right. Yeah. And we're not going to hold our breath, but it sounds like the big leaps and bounds may start this week.
Good.
So we'll see. I'm not holding my breath. I kind of think that next week translates into 2 or 3 weeks or something like that. I'm sure everybody remembers the movie The Money Pit.
Oh yeah, The Money Pit. Yeah, where the bathtub fell through the ceiling.
Yeah.
Yeah, you haven't had that problem yet.
No, and thankfully, at least with the people that we've had in here, I can honestly say, beyond a shadow of a doubt of confidence, we won't have that issue.
Yeah, you got good people. That's good. I mean, home improvements are getting more expensive, like everything else. So I'm sure you had to pay more for everything, but it's worth it in the long run.
That was kind of a big hold
step
up.
Things up,
Yeah.
I mean, it's.
And then the availability of it all is tough too, and it's going to even be tougher with all the damage from Jersey on down through New Orleans and Mississippi and all that area that got hammered. I mean, my God.
That's kind of where our big holdup is right now, is just waiting on materials.
Supply side issues. Yeah, that seems to be a major thing going on.
Yeah, we've been waiting on windows and doors since July 4th.
Oh my!
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's tough. I mean, everybody cries the same song. It's no matter what you do, cars are in short supply, and I mean, lumber was so much more expensive. So. Well, let's hope it all evens out and you get everything you need. But I'm going to let you guys talk together. I have to get off now. So I just wanted to touch base with you. I know you had kind of an open discussion going on here today.
Well, give our best to Sue.
Yeah, to it a little bit. I will.
Take care, Fred.
I'll be asking. All right, Chuck. It was good talking to you.
Give her our best.
I will. And you guys have a great evening, okay? I'll see you.
Stay safe.
Sir. All right, bye now. Talk to you later.
Well, it's just been kind of an interesting evening already.
Well, I had an interesting evening just trying to stay online with you. The other day, our entire Frontier service crashed. it just totally crashed, and they set out how to reboot and everything else, and I rebooted, but it's still very weak. Even I'm on Frontier on the hard line, it would not call through to you. It would tell me to try again, and I finally went to the cell phone and got through. Crazy stuff out here. Of course, they're digging and redoing stuff all through the area up here. I think they cut the lines down south of us away, and it's been a mess. Even I know some of the 911 was affected to the east of us. It's crazy.
Right. Yeah, I know how it can go. It can be very problematic at times.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Especially when a guy gets it with a bucket.
Right. Very good post yesterday, I believe it was, on the 343 Memorial.
Yep. 3 of my guys come up with that, and they decided to do it, and then another couple showed up, and they were trying to lay it out, and my assistant chief said, I told him, I said, I think you had too many cooks working on that stew. He said, kinda. Because we redid that pattern 3 different times to get it just the way we liked it. I said, it come out perfect. It did. It came out beautiful.
Yes.
And it was a good static memorial. And that was cool.
Yeah, it was. Very nice post to see on everything that's been going on.
Yes. Yes. So we got to have some positive now. We got to keep moving forward here, and they did a couple. I mean, the kids that are growing up now, they're in the college that were born right around that era or just after it. They are so uninformed about what happened there. It's scary.
Right. And unfortunately, sometimes we have to take time to educate the uneducated.
Yep.
Or grossly misinformed.
Yep. It just
right.
Mind-boggling.
Yeah.
It's just mind-boggling, the lack of history knowledge that this group is coming through with. And that's just not with 9/11, all the way back. They don't know. Don't realize it. And they just took down the largest Confederate statue down south.
Which is not right.
No. No. They're denying what happened. They're not in it for the right. I mean, we've got to be able to look back at the mistakes we made, and that's one way to look back at it and understand our past can't repeat itself.
You have to know where you've been, or you're doomed to repeat it.
That's it exactly. So, scary stuff.
Yeah, I don't. Of course, it's been no big secret. I have not condoned, nor do I appreciate the tearing down of the Civil War memorials and monuments that they've been doing the past few years, and it's a shame to see it happen.
That's right.
And
more.
Go ahead.
It's being pulled off here. So anyway, they're going to give some of your rounds away. I think Mike's going to do one, right? And then Detect America.
Right. And we did one Wednesday, and Shelley and Dawn did one Thursday. Howard Picard won the 20th anniversary round Thursday. His is packaged and ready to ship. Rich, he won Wednesday. His is packaged and ready to ship. Frank will be giving his away tomorrow on DA Live. I don't know when or how Mike will give his away. And then there's one more left that's being shipped to a secret undisclosed location.
Okay. More secrets.
Right, yeah. I mean, for not saying a whole lot, we sure do have a lot to say.
That's right. That's all we can say.
Right.
And the new headphones that they'll be building, I've already set up to get into those and have those. And there'll be a pretty good unit.
Yeah, I think they will too. I've talked with Frank fairly extensively off air about these. We've had quite a lengthy discussion, and they sound like they are going to be very, very nice. Yep.
Ronnie and I have talked a lot. And there's another thing. I'm going to be field testing something for Ronnie here. I expect that in tomorrow, doing some other stuff. So, hey, it's going to be fun. We'll have some great stuff coming up. I'm hoping before Christmas. And
we'll have some interesting things to talk about in the future.
Right. And yes, we will. And the ugly boxes, I'm going to have plenty of those on hand there at Christmas time myself, and books and everything else I can get stocked up on. I've already started working on that. Nokta's big shipment made it into distribution, and I've ordered some more. I ran out of just about everything Nokta, and rebooted that. I'm expecting shipments all week again, and it's time to pick up and get ready.
Right. And the great thing about the Ugly Box bundles, or even just the box, the book, or the reboot, is for a lot of these people out here, they make a very nice stocking stuffer that won't break the bank.
That's right. That's right. So if you want some, I've got a couple books left. I just sold another Ugly Box the other day. Kit. I do it in a kit form. For those of you who have never had one, everything comes bundled. You get the adapter, AC adapter, the book, a reboot kit, the Ugly Box, all together in one. And for those of you who need individual items, I've got it that way too. And we do pretty well by bundling into one shot. It works out well.
Right. And saves a little bit on shipping, especially if they're looking to buy everything. Might as well get it all in one shot.
Yep. And it's worked out very well that way. So, and that's probably going to go online through AIP in California with Joey. So I've got to get a few out. Nope. Yeah, we'll be doing that through Joey. He's doing a bunch of the accessories that I sell now. I just sent a whole bunch of stuff out to him. And you can go to adventuresinprospecting.com, which I sell stuff on through Joey and myself out there, and take a look at what all we do have in prospecting equipment. So if you're interested in seeing that, it's just under adventuresinprospecting.com, but all the Mind Lab and some of the accessory stuff is me and him together, or just me. And so he'll just send the order tickets to me, and I'll ship a bunch of stuff.
Nice. Well, you can't beat that.
No. And John, I've got a video coming out on YouTube shortly on the Alaska trip. John's kind of producing for me.
Right.
So there'll be some more YouTube on some new unit type stuff that we'll be having out here shortly. And things are moving along, and it's keeping us hopping.
Good. Definitely nice to hear.
Yeah. Barb will be getting ready for the Christmas giveaways, and we got more dig the plugs to do. We got a Goldfield dig that we'll do in the future.
Right.
And I'll have more stuff for Mike and you, and coming out, I got to talk with Mike. Mike has got more tokens and marbles, and all kinds of stuff that he's gathered up for his boards, and it'll be a lot of fun. We're gonna have a busy fall.
Oh yeah,
winter.
Yeah, definitely. I'd hate to see what Mike's coffee table or kitchen table or desk look like right now, between all the tokens and marbles and thimbles and Monopoly pieces, and the guy's got everything. The pressed pennies. He can build up quite a grab bag.
Yes, he can. Yes, he can. We thank Mike for all he's done for advertising for S&W and that kind of stuff, and you.
Yeah.
So there'll be more goodies. You expanded the base, and so I'll try and kick more goodies into the shows. And Mike and John. Hey, speaking of Crazy White, you guys need to go to his YouTube. Check out his YouTubes. He does a great YouTube. We got to get him some more followers out there.
Yeah, Crazy Spider
Log in there and like him.
And don't
Crazy
forget
Spider Adventures.
Our virtual tokens for the Detector giveaway in November. You could win one through Crazy Spider Adventures.
Yep. And what we got? 2 of those out there giving away now?
Yes, two have names on them now.
There you go.
And then there's one for Metal Detecting Central Illinois to give away as they see, and one for Crazy Spider Adventures, and I believe one for Dirt Pirates Detecting.
Yep, got one for there. So we're putting all our group together. You got some great people, a couple crazy ones mixed in.
Well, that could be debatable. There may be more than a couple.
Yeah, it could be. I didn't want to go all the way with that. But remember,
I'm not going to mention any names, though.
Adventures in Prospecting. We carry all the same stuff that some of them on the East Coast carry, and we give great service. So, and we like to back our groups that we're involved with, including you, Josh.
Right. We certainly appreciate it.
Well, I appreciate all you do.
Likewise.
I'm hoping to make Florida on 8. We're trying to determine. My wife's got a trip, and we figured out the dates if they don't change them on her. She has been waiting to go on this trip since COVID started, and she may get a go on that. Oh. So I didn't want to see that overlap to where we went to Florida and things like that, and we think we got everything straight. So I'll be talking with Greg and getting some things out to him and be able to go down to Florida, because I'll turn right around after that a week later, and I'll drive back to Texas. So we'll be down in Texas in March.
Starting the year off hectic.
Oh, yeah. And then in July next year, there's a few people we're waiting on to hear from. There'll be a pretty good expedition going up to Alaska. We make no guarantees on you find anything. You got to get out and do it. But we'll get you in the right spot where you can find it.
Right.
And that's going.
Not going to guarantee that you'll find it, but we can guarantee that it's out there to be had. You just got to get your coil over it.
I can guarantee one thing. It is an experience you'll never forget. You'll have a good time.
You will enjoy yourself, and you will not go hungry.
No. Dave White was talking to me, and told me he found 3 pretty nice nuggets up there. And he got one that was pushing past a 1/4 ounce. He was pretty tickled with that. And he told me 2 things. He gained 2.5 pounds while he was up there, and we were out every day. And then he said for the next week after he came home, he dreamed about digging nuggets. So,
nice.
And he did. He had a great time. Dave's kind of a quiet guy, but man, he just had a great time up there. And he says, "I'm going back with you next year." And I said, "Hey, you're more than welcome. I'll head back up. We'll go up and have another expedition, and you have Ron Guanazzo and maybe some surprise guests along on the trip too. And I can't talk about that. There's another secret.
You just never know." Yeah, see, we're just full of secrets tonight.
Yep. And that'll be announced later once things go on. Who's going with Chuck up to Alaska, and I'm going to call Steve and see if I can get him. Now he should be out of there shortly. Once he gets back in the lower 48, I'm going to try and have him on the show with us.
Good.
So
good,
Steve.
That'll be good.
Yep. So we'll get Steve on there, and he can talk about that nugget too, because he was just flabbergasted.
Right?
Because even the guys that, here's a man that pulls in 200 ounces of gold a week. Serious. But they just don't see those type of nuggets very often.
No.
And he said, I'm just going to have to start following Chuck and his crew, because every time Chuck shows up, you guys start hammering 1, 2, 3 ounce nuggets, and then a 7 ouncer comes up. He said, I'm just going to follow you guys around.
Right? Yeah, it sounds like the plan, especially with this last trip. Good grief.
Yep.
Which, speaking of this last trip, you said that John is producing the video for that, for Shooters and Prospectors.
Yes, he is.
How much editing had to be done with that one?
Well, it has a lot of adult language in it. I don't know if it's going to be all edited. There may be a warning on that one.
There you go.
And he started laughing because they were hollering at me to get back to a spot. That's when they dug that big nugget. So I'm trying to get the ATV out of the brush. I'm hung up in the brush in the ATV, and there was some adult language in the background there. So I told John that has to be cut out. It got a little explicit.
Well, I guess we'll just have to wait for that video to post so we can check it out for ourselves.
So it was a lot of fun. Looking forward to that one next year, and some other things I'm going to go to next year. I don't know. I don't know that I can make. I couldn't make the dig stock this year because of some things. So I would have liked to went to that one down in Arkansas.
Right. Well, still. Or wait a minute. Not dig stock. You're talking about Treasure Fest, I believe, aren't you?
Yeah. No, and that dig stock down there that's not too far from Crater Diamonds coming up mid-October. I think that was a dig stock down there.
I think that was Treasure Fest.
Treasure Fest, yeah. They were pushing the tickets, and I just can't work it out. I've got some coinciding things going on, and I can't get away. So...
Right, conflicting schedules, secrets to keep, and
things to go work with and try that they're going to be fun to mess with, and good times.
Absolutely.
Good times. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, well, it's probably past our time due. I'm going to get out of here, Josh. Thanks for letting me call in, talk with Frankie.
Yeah, it's definitely been an interesting, secretive evening.
Yep, and I'll be working with the Squatch brothers, it sounds like, on a couple things, too, coming up. It might be a lot of fun, too. They've been doing some research and asking me questions, and some stuff I've seen and haven't seen they've dug up on an area. And, going back, trying to find some stuff I looked up and match up what they're looking at, but pretty cool stuff. Those guys got to handle on some neat hunts. So the Squatch brothers and Frank and myself, we've been together on some pretty exciting little hunts, and I'm looking forward to that. Once we get some fields out, that'll be a good time.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
And get rid of the damn mosquitoes.
Yeah. Yeah, that too. I would not be heartbroken at all to see them go.
No, we're dry, but we still got mosquitoes. Holy smokes.
Yeah, unfortunately.
That's right. So everybody have a safe week. Go out and dig up something good. Go get a bucket lister, post it up. I love seeing that stuff. and the what's its and who's its, and then get some good things recovered here. But it's dry here. Holy smokes! You can't hardly push a shovel into the ground.
Yep.
So Josh,
exactly.
Have a great week, and I hope they get the big stuff in and knocked out for you, and make everything nice and comfortable, and we'll be carrying on with the shows.
Right. We'll see what happens. Fingers crossed, hopefully.
Yes, sir.
Well, thanks for the call, Chuck.
No problem, my friend. Everybody have a good one. Bye.
Well, and here we are. We had kicked around the idea of a, what would you do if you had found a historical item tied to local history or anything? But we obviously have ran through, and who knows, maybe we'll use that topic for another time, or that discussion, because tonight has been secretive. Quite interesting. Tidbits and breadcrumbs and all sorts of stuff. What were we talking about? I guess everyone will just have to wait and see and find out. But tomorrow night, Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, Detect America Live. You may hear some more breadcrumbs and tidbits and secretness and candy corn deliciousness and copper round giveaways going on. So make sure and check them out as well. Don't forget Shelly and Dawn on Thursdays, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Obviously, we're here Wednesdays and Sundays. With all that, though, like I said, my bruises have bruises. I'm sore. It's time for me to get out of here. Get out there and find something if you can, folks. Post up the photos. You know how we love to see them. And we'll see you in the future.